How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're counting down our picks for the 10 best quests in Hogwarts Legacy. For this list, we'll be looking at the wonderful wizarding world of top-tier quest lines that Hogwarts Legacy is absolutely brimming with. And yes, beware of major spoilers ahead. Spark that wand and get it ready to leave a comment sharing which quest stuck out to you as the best of the best in this magically excellent game. Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. Welcome to Hogsmeade.
And here we are.
Pure distilled whimsy and delight is what you will think when progressing through the Welcome to Hogsmeade quest. Easily one of the very best locations in all of Hogwarts Legacy has to be Hogsmeade Village. And this quest ensures you feel every ounce of love that was poured into crafting this quaint, cozy, charming, and utterly fantastic location. You can choose to venture forth from Hogwarts Castle to Hogsmeade with either Natty Onai or Sebastian Sallow. After taking the scenic walk to Hogsmeade, you are then able to fully explore, stopping by Ollivanders, J. Pippin's potions, the Three Broomsticks, and so much more. While the main goal is to acquire your supplies as the new 5th year student, it's so easy to get lost in the magic of this location. Well, that is until a massive troll attacks the village square and you must fend it off with your fellow classmate and the other townsfolk. Secrets of the Restricted Section.
Blast! The librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase.
One of the very few stealthy quests in the game, Secrets of the Restricted Section is a fun quest early on in the game that doesn't outstay its welcome. This time around, you're able to get your Sam Fisher on. Well, minus the chokeholds and submissions. Taking place in Hogwarts Library and its downright creepy antechamber, you and Sebastian Sallow must use Disillusionment to first acquire the Restricted Section key, and to avoid many of the area's ghosts. Unfortunately for you, Peeves the Poltergeist is overjoyed to report you once you have been spotted. It's a great quest because it guides you through multiple unique locales, whilst solving light environmental puzzles and battling pensive sentinels along the way. Take your time with this quest so you can soak in all of the spooky atmosphere.
Out exploring where they shouldn't be.
In the Shadow of the Study.
I received your owl. What happened with Ominous?
I told him none of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever.
This deliciously creepy quest would feel right at home in the Chamber of Secrets, especially for Slytherin fans. Part of the Sebastian Sallow relationship questline, In the Shadow of the Study sees you, Sebastian, and Ominous Gaunt venture into the decaying bowels of Hogwarts Castle in hopes of discovering Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium, as we continue to figure out just how far Sebastian is willing to go to save his sister, Anne. What makes this quest stand out is that it makes and marks the true start of the testing of Sebastian and Ominous's friendship, mostly because it involves using the dark arts, something Ominous wants to steer clear of. The Crucio Curse is front and center in this quest, whether you choose to learn it or not. When you finally have Ominous speak Parseltongue to enter, things get even more macabre, with snake puzzles, cryptic messages and notes, and the scriptorium itself, a bastion of all things dark and ominous. And yes, pun very much intended there.
We made it. We found Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium.
Minding your own business.
Oh, you've come so far so quickly.
It's an absolute travesty that this quest, also known as the Haunted Hogsmeade Shop, is a PlayStation exclusive until February 2024, since it's easily one of the very best in the entire game. A quest that wouldn't at all feel out of place in a pure horror game, Minding Your Own Business sees you purchase a shop from a less than trustworthy witch named Cassandra Mason in Hogsmeade. She's all too eager to sell you her shop, something you very quickly learn comes with a massive gargantuan caveat. It's actually all a setup to just get you to survive the onslaught of horrors from Fastidio the Poltergeist. The quest itself is broken up into multiple segments, with each one becoming more nightmare-inducing than the next, with the likes of sentient mannequins, misleading rooms, lantern puzzles, inverted areas, and various engagements with Fastidio himself, all culminating in you actually owning the shop. Let's just say it's a horror fan's dream come true.
Lumos.
The High Keep.
Come on.
What starts out as a simple quest to obtain incriminating evidence of Harlow's nefarious deeds for Natty Onai's blackmail mission very quickly evolves into a hippogriff rescue mission where Highwing and a friend have been taken captive by poachers. Fallbarton Castle, where the quest takes place, is an imposing locale, full of locks, enemies, and hard-to-reach areas. You can play this quest as stealthy or as action-oriented as you want. The thrilling finale of this quest makes the whole process of clambering up the castle a top-notch reward. Natty gets her prize, and you get to free the hippogriffs, something that will also make Poppy Sweeting very happy as well.
Stop that!
Fire and Vice. Poppy Sweeting's relationship quests are certainly some of the best in the game, with Fire and Vice proving that point. On the trail of some dastardly poachers, you and Poppy are warned by some centaurs that wizardkind are on really thin ice with them. What follows is a thrilling and intriguing spy mission into Horntail Hall, which leads to a dragon fighting ring that has been set up by some poachers. Fortunately, you and Poppy are there to save the day, as you infiltrate Horntail Hall to put a stop to the dragon fighting, ultimately discovering a dragon egg that needs rescuing and delivery. This quest features plenty of action, but also plenty of narrative bits and bobs that further flesh out Poppy's mission and agenda. It's a truly spectacular quest that also just so happens to feature one of the best views of Hogwarts Castle in all of the game. In the Shadow of the Relic.
What have the two of you done? Accio Relic!
Major, super duper massive spoiler right now. Sebastian goes too far, even with the best intention, and uses Avada Kedavra on his uncle Solomon in one of the game's most heart-wrenching moments. This late game quest is pure emotional torture, as you and an Ominous must take a stand against Sebastian's own family, flesh and blood. The fact that Sebastian is willing to use the worst of the unforgivable curses now that the dark, magic-maligned relic he worked so hard to obtain has been vanished out of existence by Solomon shows how our intentions can become so skewed at times, all for the sake of family. Battling hordes of Inferi is nothing compared to seeing Anne turn his back on Sebastian in the quest's final moments. This is one that will surely stick with you long after the credits roll.
You've made your choice.
The Polyjuice Plot. As the quest's name implies, this quest is all about the potion that transfigures you into anyone you want for a short period of time, so long as you also have acquired a piece of them. Professor Fig is at the ready to give you the Polyjuice potion to turn into none other than Headmaster Black, a notoriously vile headmaster that most professors and students try to avoid at all costs. The quest's ultimate goal is to find out the office password from Headmaster Black's house elf, Scrope, who just so happens to be cleaning in the Great Hall. The pure comedic genius of this quest is what makes it stand out. Hearing your character trying to act as Headmaster Black is honestly downright hilarious, as you try to come up with the right lines that he might say to students and professors alike, especially when you stumble upon Professor Weasley or Professor Sharp, who are utterly baffled by your choice of phrases.
Leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor?
Jackdaw's Rest.
Just like a Gryffindor to brave the Forbidden Forest in pursuit of adventure.
Aside from despising the spiders you have to defeat, there's no denying how superb this quest truly is, mostly because you end up learning more about ancient magic and finding the all-important Keeper's Map Chamber. Stroll through the moonlit Forbidden Forest at night? Check. Uncover details about the ghost Richard Jackdaw? Check. Make your way through an ominous labyrinthian cave system? Also check. It starts out simple enough, with you working alongside Jackdaw as you must discover some lost pages for him, while learning about his untimely demise. However, it eventually evolves and warps into something that's even more important, providing narrative threads that teach you more about the overarching mission surrounding Ranrock, Rookwood, Harlow, and the stores of ancient magic deep below Hogwarts Castle.
I shall lead you as far as I can, but I fear I may remain a tad reluctant to revisit the scene of my demise.
The final repository. The true epitome of pure epicness. The final repository will immediately give you goosebumps the first time you see many of the Hogwarts professors apparate into the scene to help you and Professor Fig stop Ranrock and his loyalists for good. This lengthy quest is the culmination of your hard work all throughout Hogwarts Legacy, and boy oh boy does it pay off. From set-piece moments to tense battles, to seeing the other professors in action, to the final showdown with the Ranrock Dragon, this quest never gets old, hence why it stands out as the best of the best. If you are still looking for a reason to play this game for some reason, it would be a firecracker of a final level to check out and learn about.
Foolish, self-important witch.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.